All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to The Real, The Ratchet, and The Reckless. I'm your girl, Nessa Hernandez. And you know we back, and today I got another motherfucking guest for y'all. Today we have Prahshanti in the motherfucking building.
Big blessings, y'all. Big blessings.
You real comfortable, huh?
Oh, we just...
I love it in
day
here.
We woke up today, so I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great.
Yes, it's a whole vibe up in here. Shout out John X. This space is beautiful, and I'm really loving the vibe. Y'all already know I love pink, so the hot pink is perfect right now. But real quick, just so the listeners know where we met and how I even found you, right? So tell us a little bit about Good Mood, because if you don't know Good Mood, you're gonna know who the fuck Good Mood is today and the whole thing behind it. Do you actually know the owner? Like, who started the brand?
I do know the owner. He's a real pretty much family friend.
Nice. Yeah, I just met him that day. I was out there, and it's like a spot where creatives can come by. There's music, there's DJs, and I was there just vibing, and that's where I met you, because everybody was just got up on the mic. Is that something you usually do? Are you there often, or what's up with that?
Yeah, definitely. I try to make it out there as much as possible. Every once in a while, once a month, twice a month, I definitely slide up there.
Do you always hop on the mic when you're there?
Every once in a bit, I try to bless the vibes, bless the space with my artwork, and have everybody appreciate when they can.
I know it was such a vibe. Like, I was there just on some regular shit, but I'm trying to just go out intentionally now. Like, I'm just like, okay, bitch, I know I'm ratchet and shit, but like, I have to go out intentionally. Definitely. I gotta do my job. So I was out there, and out of everybody that went up there, everybody was so talented and so unique. I think that's what kind of stood out. But out of everybody, for me personally, I'm the type, like, I like to go towards what attracts me, right? Like, if I feel something, if I feel a vibe, I can think everyone's great, right? Because everybody was pretty good that night, but there's something about certain people, and I'm a firm believer, like, I don't know, my energy attracts good people, and I just go with my intuition. So my intuition was Prahshanti.
Yes.
Let me just jump into that, because I'm really curious about that. Who named you?
Actually, I gotta give all the props to my moms. My mom's definitely set me up for it.
Yes. And where are you from?
Born and raised in LA. Grew up in LA, all around in LA. We lived everywhere from Crenshaw, the Jungle, all the way to Highland Park. Grew up a lot in Highland Park.
Oh, crazy.
Moved out to the IE, but been back and forth to Highland Park ever since. So Highland Park's probably the main place that we grew up, that we roamed the streets. Were my from like 6 to 16. We was right there for most of my life. And then after that, I had my son at 17. I moved out to the IE, but I had my son at 17, so I've been back and forth ever since.
Dang. And have you been to Highland Park lately?
Yeah, I still...
You see how different it is now?
Yeah, it's way different.
What the fuck? I went to high school in East LA, but Highland Park wasn't that far. I had a lot of friends in Highland Park, so after school, we would go on the goal line and just be out there. It is so different now. It's gentrified as fuck.
It's way different. It's a whole change in the whole dynamics of the whole city, but it's for the good, it's for the bad. I still touch down in Highland Park. We actually do a event every month in Highland Park called the Second Sunday Skate Sesh.
So what is it called? Sorry.
On the Second Sunday Skate Sesh, I got a kids skateboard team that I sponsor. So we get out in the community, we clean up at the park, we skate together, and then I bless the kids with some merch. We have some skate competitions, just to create that good energy. It's right behind Burbank Middle School. I graduated Burbank Middle School.
Oh, so, nice.
We got a nice little size team that we get together, and we just have some good time, make sure we spread that good positivity, make sure we clean up in the neighborhood, because if we're going to be out here, I figure if everybody cleans up for 30 minutes in a month,
we get somewhere.
Whole world, if the whole world cleaned up for 30 minutes in a month, we're definitely going to get somewhere, and the community's going to look a lot better.
Yeah, and I love that you involved, because I think everybody should know by now, youth is everything, y'all. It starts with us and the youth, and just like, I worked with kids for a few years, so I learned how important that was. You said you had a kid at 17, and then I know that you're super talented. For me, when I heard you, like, it was more on that like poetic side. Like, you have that little, I don't know if that's what something you did like right before you got on the mic, but like, how would you connect, honestly, being a teen dad and then still pursuing that, wait, I have this talent and I gotta go get it? Like, how did those come together?
The whole reason that I probably do music, I did a little music, when I was like 14, 15. But the whole reason why I started doing music is because I couldn't relate to anybody on the radio. I couldn't relate to anybody that, a lot of the stuff on the radio, it was just, superficial, real caught up in society. And I needed something that I could relate to, being in the shoes that I was in.
Yeah.
So I started actually putting pen to the paper with some poetry. Just trying to, just expressing myself, just having something that I could, get off my chest and just vent. And that's actually when the owner of Good Mood, he started DJing. So when he started DJing.
And how long ago was that, you said, sorry?
I think I was probably like 16, 17.
Dang,
yeah.
So you've known it, so you said like a family friend.
Yeah, I've known him since I was probably like 12 years old. His name's Rude Boy.
Rude Boy.
Yeah, his name's Justin, but he goes by Rude Boy.
Yeah,
DJ
okay,
Rude
so
Boy.
shout out Rude Boy.
Shout out DJ Rude Boy, Good Mood, the whole Good Mood family. You already know what it is. Yeah. No, it's definitely.
So that's how it started.
That's how it started. You know, he was like, why don't you put some of that to some of the beats that I got? And I was like, okay, we could put some to the beats, and we started putting stuff to the beats. I had some stuff that I could listen to. You know, I was showing some people, and some people wanted some of the music too. So I was like, I'm gonna start recording. I started rocking with some people. Shout out to Cam Randall, Uncensored Beats. We got a whole project coming out together. But he's one of the first dudes. Him and this other dude, TC. Shout out to TC on the beat. Yeah, we got some work coming. But basically, they showed a lot of love, and they was like, yo, we know where it's going, so we're gonna help. Yeah, we're gonna help you with the recording and everything. And
dang.
So I started recording with them and just putting some music together just so I could listen to. I still haven't really dropped yet. I put a little bit out there, but I still haven't really dropped. And it was just some music so I could listen to. And as one of my boys says, Champ, from Money Mac Photography, he's basically like, it's selfish if you keep it to yourself. So recently, we've been strategically plotting so that way we can get ready to put all this artwork out there. I'm putting a lot of artwork together, and I just want to, gift it to the world and see who appreciates and, gravitates to it. So that's how it all started. It started from just me venting and then now.
And writing.
Yeah, it's still my love, it's still what I do, whether or not anybody wants to listen to it or not, but it's something that we about to share with the world.
I respect that, because I feel like us creatives and creators, like when there's something that we do with a passion and it moves us, and like you said, it's your love. Like when it's your love, it's your love. Like it's with or like you don't need much to have that love, right? Mm-hmm. Like it's just already within you. It's in you. And either, like you said, even if it's out, even if it's not, even if you fuck with it, if you don't, like that is part of you. So it's gonna be there regardless who fuck with it or not. And exactly. I feel the same way. It's like when I first started this shit, just between like whatever our conversation, it's like I did it because I wanted to do it. Like I didn't do it for nobody. I didn't do it so hear what I gotta talk about. Like, yeah, you think about that, but I think that good things come out best when you move with the best intention for yourself. Right. Like I just wanted to talk on a mic. I just wanted to tell you what the fuck just happened to me at the liquor store yesterday. Like and whoever wants to listen can listen, but I needed to get it out. Like I need to talk. I feel that like your whole music and your writing. But what would you say? I think that what kind of stuck with me was like you would keep it to yourself. Like, was there a reason why? Was it because you feel like a lot of artists or creators feel like sometimes like, oh, it's not good enough, or oh, I could do better? Like, was there a reason why you feel you were holding back, or you do sometimes hold back from putting shit out?
So when I say I haven't put stuff out, like I took like a little hiatus and took a little break. So I was working a lot. So I kind of put everything to the side with the music and started focusing a little bit more on business, and getting strategic with it. I did put a couple like little mixtapes out. I put one mixtape out with like just a whole bunch of music I recorded. It was like 19 tracks. I used to sell it on the streets in Hollywood.
Dang.
And Riverside.
Back in the day when that shit was in, right? Like, you just giving out CDs.
Man, I did it for years. I even did it for years after work. Like, do a whole 9 to 5, and then after the 9 to 5, get out, hustle till 2 o'clock in the morning, get up, go back to work at 6 a.m., and just get it, because one, that was just, I looked at it like that was spreading the word. I was doing my promotion and marketing and building the brand, so I was really focused on touching the people from the streets, and I figure if I could really touch the people in the streets and connect with the people in the community, that's where it's gonna speak, and people don't buy the product, people buy you. So if people don't fuck with you, they ain't gonna fuck with your product. Excuse
that
me,
part.
French, so
no, you good. We cuss on here.
Yeah, so if they don't rock with you, they ain't gonna rock with your whole movement. And to me, it's more about a mission. It's a vision. Like even the brand. When people support the brand, they know what they supporting. they, you know, people that's rocking the brand, they know that there's some kids out there that's rocking the brand because they support it. You know, it's a collective, it's a community effort, and that's where like even the music, I kept it to myself. A lot of the music I got recently, it was like, if I'm gonna play this game, you know, and I'm gonna put this music out here, one, I'm investing a lot. And it was at a point where it was like, okay, if you're doing this music, I have my second son. I have my second son at 21. You know, shout out to Kalani and Isaiah, you know. Shout out to my two young kings, you know. I started, you know, I'm at a whole nother city called The Wave. And that was like produced by, all of the beats were produced by Ghost in New York. He made all the beats to that. And then I put that together, you know, just to kind of make bread, make ends meet. You know, I had 2 kids. I had a 9 to 5, you know, ends don't always match up the way you want them to match up. So if I wanted to get ahead and have stuff to invest into, I had to figure out an extra way of means, and I'm trying to have at least 7, you know, 7 incomes. So
yeah, I heard this thing somewhere. It's like having 1 income or 2 is just not an option anymore. Like that's not even realistic. Like you got to put your creativity and really try and test the waters. Like anything that I always tell, like I like to say, anything you're good at, like really try to make that into a business. Like try to get better at it, perfect it, and make it your shit, because time is money and time is all we got right now. Like we really got time. And I think just jumping into that, with you having your 7 incomes, you did mention that you have your own personal brand, which you is rocking right now.
Yeah, we all, you know, we
you rocking it everywhere.
We always got to make sure.
Tell me a little bit about that. What is behind the brand, the name, how it started? Because the logo is pretty interesting.
So
I'm trying to figure out.
TC, it represents the community.
Okay.
The umbrella is the community. We got a bunch of subsidiaries. We got TC Productions. We got TC Promotions. We got 82 Studios LA. We got Taste Creations LA. So everything falls under the TC umbrella.
It's Taste Creations? Is that what it stands for?
Taste Creations. I do vegan catering. We got a vegan catering.
Yes.
I do private meal prep. So we got a all vegan line that we do meal prep and catering, and sometimes we do pop-ups. Also, sometimes we do events. So everything falls under the umbrella of the TC Skate Team. And basically, you know, my end vision is to have a community center where kids can come get free tutoring, free after-school activities, free music classes, free fitness classes. Just basically to give back to the community. So TC is more of like like I said, the movement. It's the mission. So that's the umbrella, but we also got the clothing line. Shout out to Transport Skate Shop. You can go to Transport Skate Shop.
So it all connects. Everything you got going on connects.
Everything connects, you know.
That's crazy.
So it's like I said, it's a community effort. So everybody putting into it, everybody that's a part of the collective, everybody that's a part of the movement, you know, they know what the end goal is, they know what the vision is.
Yeah. I love that. And we were just talking about that before we actually hit play on the camera. Like, we talk about how hard it is, right? We'll get into more of that, like the struggles of just trying to chase what you know is for you, but still got to live life. Like, it's so crazy because this is here, but then we got to drive back home or go back home, deal with home situations, pay bills, eat, find out where we're going to eat from, what we're going to eat, trying to stay healthy with this whole, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have your vegan shit going on. Like, we're in a time where we're becoming more aware, and we've been like, suppressed, like realizing we've all, like, you know, minorities, which we know we the majority, I always gotta say it, but like we've been suppressed for so long that we're in a time where we're so aware, and now we're really watching what we put into our bodies, who we around, who we put into our bodies, like shit, you know what I'm saying? So we were just talking about how hard it can be to just still try to chase that and still have to live life and try to make life. You have kids, which I know is huge, but just surrounding yourself by good people that want to do the same thing, so you feel that drive and that motivation. And I feel like you even saying that, because I'm just like, damn, you have a whole lot going on, but you're like, everybody puts in their part and it keeps it rotating, it keeps it going.
No, exactly. It takes a team. It takes a whole team. You know, you can't do it by yourself. You could do a lot by yourself.
Yeah.
You know, you could do a lot by yourself, but with a team, you know, you could win the game, you know.
Yeah.
There's only so many games that you just play by yourself.
Yeah.
You know? So if you playing big and you wanna conquer, you know, a lot, it's gonna take a whole bunch of
a lot.
You know,
your brains and bodies.
And sometimes it takes a little bit more than you.
Yeah, I know. I do believe that we can make it happen all by ourselves, but also like if we do come together and do things together, we could just make shit poppin' way bigger than what we can imagine, because we have our own little vision, but things could be bigger than what we could even imagine if there's more of us. So this is why we do things like this. We come together. I do interviews with upcoming motherfucking creators and artists. And Prahshanti, like you mentioned, so you're a motherfucking entrepreneur. You do music, right? And you're a father. You do so much. Which one do you feel? Because I know when we do a lot of things, it is normal that certain things take up more than the other. Like it's kind of sometimes impossible to give equal to everything. So it's like, what would you say most of your time is going towards? What do you feel that is?
If you have kids, if you have C's, and you got your priorities straight, then 24/7 they on your mind.
Yeah.
No matter what you're doing, and half of the times what you're doing is because of them.
Yeah, that push.
So first, I'm a father first, because no matter what, when everything else falls, when everything's stripped, all the materialistic, you got your seeds that you leading, that you brought into this world, So that's first and foremost. That's the first priority, is to make sure that I'm here to guide these kids and here to be the best that I can for them. Make sure that they have a couple steps ahead, and instead of being a couple steps behind because of me.
Yeah.
So that's first and foremost. Second, I'd say a business owner.
Owner.
Young black Latino.
You mix? You black and Latino?
I'm black, Mexican, Salvadorian, native.
What the hell?
So, we all brothers and sisters out here. I feel like we all.
I'm Mexican and Salvadorian. That's funny.
So you already know. So
dang, that's cool.
It's definitely, I got to make sure I touch down for my people, and that everybody tries to put you in a box. I feel like we all brothers and sisters out here. We all breathe the same air. We all bleed the same. So it's that's what I'm looking at it right now. Everything falls under business. The music now, it's all under business. The moves, it's all business moves. The thought process. Yeah. Besides the kids, if it's with the kids, you already know family first. But with my family, it's family first. But other than that, it's business, and you got to keep it business, because we living in this world where you're gonna get swallowed up if you don't stay focused.
Yeah, and I think that's what's crazy, that as soon as you start doing what you love to do, you realize, oh shit, this is a business. And it's like, what would you say, like the advice for our listeners? Because, we have, most of my listeners are people in my community, people trying to come up just like me. What would you say is like a tip, like a business tip, just because I feel like that's not something we're taught, and we start realizing that shit. Like, I don't know if you were taught that, but like mostly where I come from, like nobody talked about business. Nobody talked about, pursue this and you can make so much money out of it. It was kind of like, just go to school and hope you become a doctor or something and be able to feed your family, because it's just these conversations do not happen where we come from. Like, even, you're talking about, you mentioned something outside that you just had he's just had so much going on. And I'm just like, which is like things that you kind of learn along the way, because we're not taught these things. So what is maybe some business advice, like quick tips, nothing like too deep, but like the basics that we might not even know?
I'd say, one, pick up some books, educate yourself.
Yeah.
Find something, change your thought process. That's the biggest thing. It's the mindset, like you said, we're brought up in this community, in this society, being taught to go to school, clock in from 8 to 3, get ready to clock in from 8 to 5, so it's like, when you brought up in school like that, off the bat, you're already set up to go be an employee, so if you don't change your thought process, you're going to be stuck in that employee mindset. And if you don't find some other ways, so that way you can do the same thing that these other people are doing that you're working for, then you're choosing just to accept that.
Settle.
Choosing to settle, and it's easy to be comfortable. It's easy to be
especially when you get all these benefits and you know that it's helping your family. Like you mentioned, you were kind of in a position like that, right? Where you was getting it, you was making it, you was meeting people, managing, and then you're like, wait, I could just do this shit for myself.
No, I mean, and that's the thing, probably the biggest advice is bet on yourself.
I like that.
Bet on yourself, know that you're worth it, know that you can do it, know that it's up to you to make that choice. I was managing a marketing company, it was like 60 employees. I was doing the hiring, firing, the training, I had a couple assistants, and that's one thing that it showed me. I don't have no college degree. I didn't even get an AA degree. I had my first son right out of high school. 2 months after high school, I was 17 years old. So, I had people that were working at the job that had AAs, bachelors. Another guy that was getting his master's, about to get his master's degree, and it's like, I'm making more money doing the managing because of just skills of me getting out there and getting in the mud, learning not to take no for an answer, learning that, it's up to you. It's up to your mindset. Some people go into a job and say, you know what, I'm going to just come and do my job. Some people go into a job and say, I'm going to be the best at it. And then some people that take that mindset, they're going to get some different opportunities.
Yep.
So that's really the best advice I could say is bet on yourself. Don't settle for less. And it's really up to you.
Yeah, I like that. He said, you worked it, bitch. You worked it. But just to kind of dive into all the good, like you talk about all the good, all the good that you have coming for yourself and you have planned for yourself to get done and that you have to get done, what would you say are kind of like some struggles that you run into while chasing the bag and chasing the dreams that you probably didn't even see coming?
I mean, you gonna come into struggles and challenges every day.
Anywhere, huh?
Anywhere with anything that you do, you gonna end up facing a whole bunch of challenges and struggles that you're not gonna expect. Mine, I don't know. I kind of expected it to be, what it was. You
plan for the rainy days.
I mean, I always plan for the rainy days. My grandpa used to say, plan for the worst and hope for the best. So, I always hope for the best. I always put that energy out. I always, put that thought process and have that faith. But, I always plan to make sure that no matter what, even on a rainy day, we got an umbrella.
Yeah.
So that's the challenges. There's gonna be so many. I don't even know where to start. I mean, I could say chasing your dreams ain't nothing. Chasing your dreams ain't nothing. You want to try raising some kids? Yeah.
Bro, honestly, motherhood, fatherhood, that shit is I really don't understand how y'all don't be getting paychecks for this.
Bro,
like that shit is, I've seen it. I have friends, family, my own mother, my own parents. And it's like growing up, I was just like a kid thinking that that's all I knew. And I get older, and by my age, my mom had 3 of us. And I'm just like, how in the fuck?
My mom had 5. Yeah.
How?
Single mother, and that's why I really don't have any excuses, because my mom didn't have any excuses. She made sure that
show up every day.
Yeah, shout out to the queen.
Shout out to all the queens.
Shout out to all the queens out here. Shout out to all the queens out. If ain't nobody told you you're a queen recently, make sure right now that you a queen too. So make sure we move in that light too. And that's the thing. My mom had no excuses. She was like, she's like, you're gonna be a good person. You're gonna do it, one way or another. And seeing her raise 5 kids, by herself, and with the help here and there, but pretty much
at the end of the day, her.
At the end of the day,
who them kids look at?
Exactly,
mom or dad or whoever they have. Exactly. That's all they have. Kids just know mom and dad.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Or just mom or just dad.
Exactly. And she's. I'm not gonna lie, she the realest one in the corner,
right? She always holding it down, grounded.
She'll always be there, So,
dang.
So that's what I say. Chasing your dreams, that's not hard at all. That's just doing what you love. That's just doing something that you love and trying to make something of it. And if you can't provide for yourself and do that, and then figure out a way how to make chasing your dreams provide, then figure it out. Read some books, talk to some people, change the people that you're hanging out with.
Ooh, that part.
Change the people you're hanging out with. If you don't know how to do it, go hang out with some people that did it.
Right.
If you don't know how to do it, go hang out with some people that did it, or go hang out with some people that know how to point you in the right direction. Because that's all you got to do. Close mouth, don't get fat. If you speak up, you're gonna find what you want.
Yeah.
Find what you're looking for, but you got to look for it. And if you don't find it, you ain't looking for it. If you don't get it done, you didn't want to get it done.
Yeah.
If that's how I look at it. That's what I'm trying to instill in my kids. It's up to y'all. Y'all can grow up and be whatever y'all want. I tell them, whatever makes y'all happy. Whatever makes y'all happy, do whatever makes y'all happy. But be the best at it. My grandma used to tell me, if you grow up want to be a bum, that's okay with me. Just make sure you're the best bum out there. You know, you know, she's like, I'm still gonna love you. You know, just make
just
sure you're the
good
best.
At it.
Be the best bum. You know, and I was like, shoot, you know, that's true. Whatever y'all end up wanting to do, just be the best at it and really love what you do. I look at it like, you know, some people, like, man, you could just put some of this out there, make a club hit, you know, do that, you know, make some money. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. You know, that's cool. But is that what I want to be remembered for?
Reputation.
Is that
Brand.
what I want people to know? Exactly. Is that what I want people to know when they look back on me? You know, is that what I want to stand for? You know, so it's like, you know, with my music, I put my love into it. It's like, it's really from the heart. It's really what I want to give. It's really what I want to speak. It's really, you know, what I want to share, you know, and touch the people with. And that's why I took my time with it, because music was the way that I could reach the world.
Yeah.
You know, this is the way that I could leave my mark. You know, shout out to the Mark. We at the Mark right now.
Right.
You know, yeah, shout out to the Mark. Y'all need that studio time. Hit me.
Yes.
You know, hit the code promo. You already know. You know, shout out to my boy Jonix. But yeah, you know, that's what I want to do. You know, so that's another reason why I took time with the music, because I'm gonna deliver it. I wanted to deliver it the way I wanted to deliver it. You only got one time for a first impression. I got features out on platforms, but you know, I haven't put no music out under my name on platforms. You know, so,
and that's a lot of artists, you know, like I feel like you hear a lot of great ones on features, and it's like you hear everybody like, okay, you need to have your own shit, like let's make it happen. So I like to hear that, because you are not the first to say stuff like that. Like usually it's just people be on features, but they don't have like just them. And I think that's really important, because when people are looking or trying to find some real shit, they sometimes just want to hear you.
Right.
And it's like a feature is always like a tease. I feel like a feature is always like a fucking tease.
No, I hear you on that. No, I definitely, that's the thing, you know. I'm coming this summer, y'all. Be on the lookout. I'm coming this summer. I know I'm sorry for the wait for everybody that's been telling me. I'm sorry.
Good things come for those who wait.
Good things come for those who wait. And what we dropping, I literally got hundreds of songs.
Is there something we can play maybe real quick for the listeners? Do you have anything that I can look up?
To give y'all a little taste of like what I want to share with the world, we're gonna go with Speaking to Your Soul. You know, it's gonna be like what I want to bring to the world.
Yes. Oh, there's a video to it.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Shout out to Anami
I'm gonna try
Films.
to insert this somewhere on here.
You already know. Anami Films came through and chopped it up for me.
Dang.
It's 2020 with the pay now. See, only see no see my day now. Breaking bridges with the day once. Blue faces at the paper cloth. Slave owners call it paying off. A pacifier for the chains and whips. I did them niggas just to say my name. I might just hit them with a couple clips. Some visuals to make them talk a bit. Run your mouth, I might just stomp your lip. Take it too far, ain't no stopping it. Solar power by my sons and more. Guns and roses, it was guns and more. AK's ready for the rainy board. Double barrel just to aim at yours. People with the same pain. I'm not just speaking to your soul.
Yes. And it's a gloomy day today. I'm feeling this. This is something you bumped.
Some vibes.
Yeah.
Some good vibes for the kings and queens out there.
She let me waiting for some more. Come test me for some dough, babe. Blessings on the way. I woke up, there's a blessing for today. I got many blessings on the way. Woke up to the blessings in the face. I got many blessings on the way. I got blessings on the way. I might just roll up, blow your stress in the way. I got blessings on the way. I might just pull up for your lesson today. I got lessons on the way. I got blessings and some more. She tell me make my day. I'm waving waters at the doctor's debate. Notice ready with some temptation. The new supreme like the new addiction. Bob Marley with some presentations,
Yeah.
You know, there's some slight work, you know.
Such a
vibe.
vibe.
We got some new stuff coming out this summer, y'all.
I know. I heard you at Good Mood, and I was like, okay. Everybody just started feeling that shit.
I appreciate it.
Yes.
We just freestyle sometimes. I don't really freestyle too much anymore, but once in a while, when everybody get up on the mic, sometimes I I gotta jump up too.
Yeah, no, yeah, right. I jumped up there and I
I
went
know
there.
she was going ham, y'all. I was like, I had to sit down. I was like, yo, let me rethink what I'm putting out this summer.
No, I didn't even say shit. Literally, everybody thought I was gonna go up there and rap, but I really didn't. I don't do music. I don't rap. But I was trying to get my way in there. Like, how the fuck? So. It's funny because you can tell when people are just kind of done and like pass the mic, and some people don't want to pick up the mic. It's like help sis out, like she's done. So like I just grabbed the mic, like I don't rap, I'm from here, but if y'all ever need an interview, hit me here. Like, but it was cool because it was so many artists there, and I think Prahshanti for sure stood out. I think there was someone else, and obviously shout out Rude Boy. Hopefully we could get him on soon. I hit him up, but because I want to know his whole shebang. Like his shit is goals. Like I walked in, I see good mood here, I see good mood there, I see him in the middle, I see people, I see a vibe. I'm like, this is what I want someday. Like just having my own studio, my own space where I could just bring people together like he did that day is just goals. But again, Prahshanti, like just having you there and meeting you there and just you being open to this and just sharing your story, because there's just so many layers to you. I feel like I literally saw you, I'm like, oh, he's like poetic a little bit, he does music, but like just meeting you today, I'm like, there's so much to you, which is great.
I appreciate
talent everywhere. I'm not gonna forget. You say grandma said if you gonna be a bum, at least be the best bum.
Best one.
Right? Just be good. Just be the best at what the fuck you good at, bitch.
Hey, is that too hard?
But really quick, I did want to bring up, just because we are all living real life right now, and I think that we mentioned quarantine. Like a lot of us, things bloomed during quarantine. A lot of things went down during, like, I don't know, the whole COVID was really bad for us, and I think that everybody got so excited because everything's opening back up. We're trying to network, do our thing, go to the studio. But just because I like to motivate my listeners, and sometimes my listeners just listen to like relate and feel like what we all gonna do. So if things were to lock back down, what does that change for you? What is your mentality for that? What is like your advice for the listeners if that is to happen?
Well, number one,
because I fucked up during quarantine. I just set my ass for a long time, didn't exercise, nothing. I feel like we get to do it again though, right? We're gonna do it right.
hopefully we don't lock back down like that again, you know, because you know it went south a little bit, but it could go way worse next time, you know. So
that's true.
So you know, I look at it like during the first quarantine, it really just helped me grow, you know,
right?
Helped me focus in on, you know, I used the time to hone in on my skills, you know, to basically, you know, just focus on what I wanted to do, grow what I wanted to do, you know, spend time with my loved ones, you know, and, you know, I can't give too much advice on what people should do with their time, but if you got time, you know, like you said, time is money. I dropped a song called Time is Money, you know, you can check that out on YouTube too, the music video with Red City, but, you know, if you got time, you ain't gonna get that back. Mm-hmm. It's ticking, and if you don't do something with the time that you got, you wasting it. Cause somebody else wishes they could have that.
They have that time.
Somebody else wishes they could do something with it. So, you know, me, if we go back into quarantine, I'm gonna just go back into making a few more 100 songs. You know,
right.
I'm gonna stack up so that way, in case I end up dropping for whatever reason, you know, and you know, and I can't wake up and see tomorrow my kids got music, so that way y'all can still support, and then that way we can still pay the bills. You feel me? So I'm setting my kids up, you know, so that way they got product, you know, and a business to keep building, so that way in case anything happens, I'm making sure that, you know, right now my son's about to be 12, my oldest is about to be 12, and
dang, you have a 12-year-old. That's crazy.
So I'm really getting him.
He still looks 17.
No, you know, I'm getting him behind the hands of the business. I told him, you know, you ain't gonna have to work for nobody if you don't want to.
Yeah.
You know, so that's another thing too. You know, if y'all don't set yourselves up to where if you can't go to work or you can't get a job, you ain't still got money coming in. You got to figure that out. You know, you got to have multiple ways of getting income. You know, so that's another thing. If you don't have at least a few ways, you got to set that up so that way if you do go into it, that's another thing. But first and foremost, what I think people should really do is do some research and really dive into what you're getting told. Don't just get spoon-fed to what everybody's telling you and what the news and the media and the doctors, you know. Like, I won't knock anybody's ways, but me personally, you know, half of the doctors I end up going to for things they ain't even healthy themselves. They got a whole bunch of problems themselves. So it's like it's hard for me to take advice from certain people, even like these vaccines and COVID shots. Like, I don't know if you guys know about the Tuskegee, but the Tuskegee experiment. If you Google it, you guys will look it up. It was supposed to last like a few months, and they volunteered, and they were told they were going to get free healthcare, but didn't know that they were going to be untreated and just be an experiment. And the experiment lasted 40 years. So they were told it was going to last 6 months or so, and it ended up lasting 40 years in 1972. And so the fact that they do that, and this was the Public Health Service, and this was, this is the people that we get our information from. This is the people that we take our instructions from, and when I was a kid, they told us, don't do drugs when you grow up. Don't do this, don't do that. And in this world that we live in, it looks like, the pharmaceutical companies are the number one drug dealers.
Oh yeah.
And it's all legal and it's all fine and it's okay.
Because they say so.
Because they say so, and it's okay that the cops, it's okay if you got it from them, because the cops is getting they cut off of it, because of the taxes and all that, and it's fine, but they locking people up for the same thing, So it's like it's really hypocritical. And then when they do these vaccines, me personally, I keep it 100 with you. I ain't never had a vaccine in my life.
How'd you go to school? Didn't you have to get them when you was little?
See, that's the thing. That's the thing. When we were kids, they told you that you had to get the vaccines, but all you had to do, all my mother said was, it's against my
religion.
Belief. It's against my religion, and then all they did is like, oh, okay, then sign this paperwork, and then you sign this paperwork, and guess what? You don't have to get the vaccine. And I went my whole life like that. All my brothers and sisters, I was born at home, so it's like the fact that everybody, even just like you, didn't you have to go
to school? Yeah.
No, it's just what you're told.
Yeah.
And
they don't give you the two options, like, or if you like, and
no, because if you don't know your rights, you don't have any rights. So if you don't know your rights, I don't got to tell you what your rights are, and I can do whatever I want. So I'm not saying that they taking advantage of it, but this is the world.
But they are, yeah.
So so the fact that I know all of this, I ain't never had a vaccine. I got to the point where I got to start saying some stuff, because otherwise, my kids are gonna grow up in a world where we just, tucking our tail in, being yes niggas, as they say it, So, I can't raise some kids like that. I gotta raise some kids to think a little bit, to each his own. I don't knock anybody that's doing what they doing, but all I gotta say is, do a little research. There's a lot of information out there. Follow the money. Follow the money on shit. See where it's lining up. Put two and two together. Don't just take the news from, all these TV channels is owned by a couple companies. Yeah. I take Moringa. If you guys ain't ever heard of Moringa, Google Moringa. Shout out to Source of Nature. Moringa, it's a tree. It got all the vitamins and amino acids that your body needs. In ancient cultures, it's said to prevent 300 diseases because it keeps your immune system up. Okay. Africa and India is helping with starvation and malnutrition. So I take a lot of stuff. My medicine, even what I was smoking on. That's my medication for my hand, my back. I don't take no pain meds, no pharmaceutical drugs or anything, because a lot of that stuff, there's too many side effects for me. Yeah. And like I said, I haven't seen too many doctors cure too much. A lot of the shit looks like it's Band-Aids. Like they just put a Band-Aid over in the painkiller.
Sometimes they don't even know what's going on.
Or they don't know what's going on.
Damn near to death.
Exactly.
It's like, we found the cancer, but it's too late.
If you're living in that world, then what do you think is happening to you most of the time? So if you don't figure out how to maneuver and put yourself in a situation to where you ain't just a sheep and you ain't just, a pawn, we got to start being kings and queens out here.
Yes. Oh, okay. Well, I'm really happy that you got to share that, just because, like I said, we have a few listeners. There's so many opinions now, especially in society, like pro this, pro, and it's like at the end of the day, like as long as we respect each other's opinions, that's all we got to do. Hear people out. Everybody is, like we said, you could tell somebody this or not. At the end of the day, people choose what they believe in, and that is totally fine. And we need to learn to respect that and accept that. Like we said, mind your business. If you're not interested, okay, you turn the page, or you keep scrolling, or you turn around, or you walk away. But just let people have the space to just have their own opinion. And I really do thank you for sharing that here today with us. Prahshanti, is there anything the followers should be looking forward to? What's to come? What's to drop? What's coming for you? What you got lined up next for us?
I got some music coming out with a bunch of people, y'all. I got a project coming out with Cam Randall, Uncensored Beats. I got a project coming out with Jonix. I got a project coming out with I got a few projects that I just got stacked up. A bunch of music I'm a release. I'm working with Media Buck, Productions and Mighty Mac Photography.
Yeah.
Nami Films LA and Epilis Life. We got a lot of work that we about to put out. We got the second Sunday skate sesh. If y'all skateboard, if y'all don't skateboard, y'all roller skate, whatever it is, if y'all want to come out, have some fun, get some free giveaways. Yes. We doing the next one at in Alhambra at Belvedere Skate Park.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yeah,
nice,
Belvedere
nice.
Skate Park. If y'all pull up, we're gonna be having a blast. I got a new song coming out for the anthem for the second Sunday skate sesh. We got an anthem coming out, so we're gonna be shooting a music video there.
That's what's up. Okay.
All my skaters, y'all gotta pull up. Yeah, pull up, get in the music video, and and just be, we're gonna have free waters, free fruits. We got Source of Nature that's donating. We got a bunch of other. I'm teaming up with Young Skate LA.
I feel that. I appreciate that. I appreciate all your words. You got a lot going on, and I feel like y'all better hop on this. And if you're not, let the listeners know where they can find you.
So y'all can follow me on Instagram. I am Prahshanti. And then you guys could go to my YouTube channel, link in bio. We got SoundCloud up there. I'm going to have all the music that I drop all in my bio for all major platforms. So you guys come tap in with me. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Tell somebody about the good vibes. And, hop on the mission, man. Hop on the movement, and let's execute. Let's get it. Let's get to the success.
Again, thank you so much for your time, Prahshanti. It was cool. It was shout out Jonix. Am I saying that right? Yeah, he said yeah. Shout out Jonix. And just thank you for the good vibes and the comfortable space. I really do appreciate you guys and your words today. Y'all already know where it started. It's your girl Nessa Nanez. We on the Real Ratchet and Reckless. We signing the fuck out. Remember to hit the link in the bio to catch up with me and keep up with me, bitch. And we signing out. Bye. Yes.